Is the real estate market returning to normal? We're going to talk about that today. I've got your East Side, Seattle, and Snohomish County real estate market update. Well, if you recall, about 6 months ago, people were forecasting doom and gloom, like the real estate market was falling off a cliff, and it's nothing like that. We'll get into the numbers today. I'm Tony Meier with Windermere Real Estate. I'm going to distill my 34 years experience and over 700 closed transactions into actionable information that you can use to make real estate decisions. We're going to talk about the top 4 housing numbers you need to know and provide perspective on where the market is at and where it's likely headed going forward. We're going to cover interest rates, months of inventory, median sales price, and then a sales price to original list price ratio, which really talks about the negotiability of the marketplace. First up, we're going to start off with rates. Rates are basically remaining in that 6.5%. We were down a little bit less in March, but the average for April was 6.43. You can see rates were climbing last year. Earlier this year, we were double what they were last year. Now we're sitting at, just a minor increase of 1.5 or 1.33 as the case be. But rates are certainly a factor of this whole equation and one of the reasons we've seen softening prices last year. So first up, months of inventory. So we talk about normalizing the market. The 9-year average for the East Side is 1 month of inventory. And again, for those who are just watching our videos, a month of inventory is not how long it takes to sell a home. It's a division of supply versus demand. So if we have 1,000 houses for sale, we sell 1,000 a month. That's 1 month of inventory. Take that same 1,000 and only sell 100. That's 10 months of inventory. Two dramatically different markets. So in March, we were at 1.1. As of April, we are at 1 month of inventory and right in par in line with the 9-year average on that number. Prices, well, median prices have continued to climb. This is our 4th straight month on the East Side where we've seen appreciation. We started the year in December at $1,299,000, ticked up in January, and you can see we're at $1,450,000 in April. So if you were thinking this market was falling off a cliff, it's not. You can see we are down from last year. This will be the peak month, and you'll see as we move forward with our monthly updates going forward, the median price started to decline last year, and here we are today. But basically, we hit our peak in April of last year, and things are starting to move this year up back in a positive direction. Lastly, on the East Side is our original list price to sales price ratio. We were 111%. So if you listed a home for $1 million, you sold it for 11% above that last year. This year, you're selling it for 2% less. And I'd say that's really kind of at a skew because if you look at the marketplace, the upper end is definitely slower than the lower end. The lower end is seeing much more multiple offers. The upper end isn't as much, and that's kind of skewing these numbers because we're not just lower end or upper end on the East Side. We're a mix of both for sure. Seattle's definitely cooler than it was for the 9-year average. It's been at 0.8 of a month on average. We're now at 1.2 months of inventory, but some of the other numbers of Seattle are quite strong. Prices are moving up. Again, the 4th month straight in a row of price appreciation down from last year, but prices are moving in the right direction. The list price to sales price ratio is quite strong in Seattle. It was 110% last year. Still selling for a little bit above, even though the months of inventory are starting to slide back. Homes are still selling for an average of 1% above, but the median price in Seattle is quite a bit less than it is on the East Side in the 800s versus 1.4 range. So you're seeing much more affordable housing and buyers are moving towards that goal. Snohomish County, last up is months of inventory. So average for the 9 years is 0.8. It's off by just a tick at 1 month of inventory at this point. It's also showing consecutive months of appreciation, median price being at $767 as of April. And those homes are selling on average for list price. So there's just not a ton of negotiability in the lower end of the marketplace. You look at the East Side, median price being at $1,450. Well, yeah, there's a little bit of negotiability because you've got a lot of upper end, but the Seattle area and Snohomish County, both in the 7s to 800 range, are basically selling at list price or maybe slightly above. So as a buyer, you've got some options in this marketplace to understand. And if you're a seller, you're going to be driving pretty well, except for the market is going to likely change. We are at a time of year where the marketplace is going to give some shift. We'll see if we build inventory, which is the common thing that changes our marketplace. So far this year, we've been low on inventory and consistently not building the inventory we would expect. So I think Buyers need to get out in the marketplace. If you find a home you like, make a decision, buy it, because at this point, prices are trending upward. Sellers, it's time to start talking about whether you want to be in this marketplace. Once we move into summertime and inventory builds, your options for selling won't be as great as they will be today. So if you'd like to talk about the market, you can leave us questions below at this video. You can reach out to us by phone. Of course, if you like what we have to say, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified of our future updates. Well, that's it for now, and we'll talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.